Hi, friends. In our time together today, I'm sharing a challenge with us. Um, I've introduced some Christmas carols last year and a few this year, and I'll introduce a couple of more before the season's over at least. But what I want us to do is I want us to work on increasing and developing our skills as musicians who play the whistle. And one of the things that's important to be able to do as a whistle player is to think of or hear a song and to play it. It's one of the skills associated with this instrument. Um, and so, my challenge is think of a Christmas carol, holiday song that you know, and you kind of have to know it, right? And then I want you to try and play it. And I'm going to give you two examples in our time together of tunes I've not played on the whistle. And we're going to have to find them. And there's a process involved in this that we'll talk through. Now, I've talked about this just a time or two before with other tunes that we may know. Um, but this is important in developing our skills. As you play the whistle, you need to hear yourself. You need to be able to think a tune, think through a tune, and then go, can I find that on my whistle? And how do I find that on my whistle? So, for example, I'm going to choose a simple one. The carol Silent Night. Silent night, holy night. Most people know. But the first thing you have to do is you think about it and go, where should I start that on the whistle? Because if you started on a low D, you can't go any further down. And if you started on the second octave D, maybe you can't, I don't know, maybe you can't go high enough. You have to find a note that works. And then you're kind of guessing. Because what if it has more sharps or flats in it that you can't play on the whistle? Well, you'll have to start on another note or give up and try another tune. So let's try Silent Night. I'm using the carbony low D. All right, I'm going to try the G. I'm going to start on the G. My guess. Yeah, I think that might be it. No, let me try that again. That might be okay. Nope, not a C sharp. It's a C natural. Ah, that worked up to then. So you could, it was an F natural there, and so that was a little hard. Let me try starting on the F, because I thought that was going to work. Nope. Nope. How about I'm starting on the A this time. Alrighty, that worked. You see, I had to try a number of different notes. And then you try and find the tune. And I think now I could do it a little better. Now, see, I'm still looking. Let your fingers in your ear look for the tune and go find it. All right, now that I know that, I could write that down, or I could just work on it enough to remember it. Let's try one more tune. Now with this, I do need to say, don't choose a tune that was like really difficult. Because I was thinking earlier, I thought, oh, you could play the Hallelujah chorus. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe you could. I'll try that later. I imagine it's out of the range of the whistle. So you have to play something that's within the range and it doesn't have too many sharps and flats. And so I was thinking also of this Christmas song, Here We Come a-Caroling. I think I know it well enough. Here we come a-caroling. All right, okay. Let me find a tune. You've got to think, you can't start so low that you then run out of notes, and you can't start so high that you run out of notes. So I'm going to try starting in the middle. I'm going to start on the G maybe. C natural. Oh, that was actually easier to find. And the reason it was easier to find it was a lucky guess on what note to start. So, this is my challenge for us. And you notice that I found, back up. You'll notice I found Here We Come a-Caroling more easily. And that's actually it doesn't range very far. And so once you get started on a tune, your fingers in your ear will find it. And if you play a wrong note, your ear's going to say, oops, try something else, and let your fingers look for it. And pretty soon you'll find the tune. Honestly, I hadn't practiced either of those ahead. And I think that's fun. It's not just fun, it's important. You see, my friends, it's important for us to learn how to find a tune on our whistle. And I chose the carbony because it's a lot easier for me to play. And so I wasn't worried about, what my grip was doing or anything like that. So try this out. Think of a Christmas song, one of these holiday tunes, a Christmas carol that you really like, and see if you could find it on your whistle. And it might be that it just doesn't work. It might be that it works really well. You won't know until you try. If you know the tune in your head, you can find it in your whistle. Take the time, go through the exercise. This will develop your ear and your fingers in working together. Embrace this challenge, my friends. I think it's a great one. And what I did was I pulled up a list. I went online and I pulled up a list of Christmas carols in the public domain. And I needed that because I was going to publish a video where I played through, I hope, I played through the melody of a couple of them. And so I couldn't have something that was not in the public domain. But if you're sitting around the house, grab any Christmas tune you like and see what you could do with it. Until next time, my friends, this is Scott Shade. Happy carol finding on your whistle.